What's happening, people? I hope you're all well. So, Eren Demirezen defeats Adam Kownacki by unanimous decision over 10 rounds. So, I said in my preview video that, Adam Kownacki deserves some credit for losing twice in a row to the same guy and then coming back against a competent opponent in Eren Demirezen. And although he does deserve credit for that, it's also potentially a very poor decision. If it goes right, then it's great, but if it goes wrong, then it's a very poor decision. What's Adam Kownacki going to do? And that's pretty much what it is. What is Adam Kownacki going to do now? Because he's just suffered 3 losses on the spin, and he came out in this fight, and he tried to be high volume at the start, but that basically decreased. I thought that, and I wasn't scoring the fight, but I thought Demirezen, it clearly showed, because I think Demirezen has fought at quite a high level in the amateurs. Has he fought at the Olympics? I think he might have fought at the Olympics. If I'm just going to his box rec now, I can't see anything, but I think he's fought at quite a high level. I mean, if you go on his box rec for the amateurs, you see Roberto Camarel here, you see Joe Joyce here, you see Omarov here. I think Omarov is the guy who knocked out Arsenbek Makhmudov. That's the guy that knocked out Arsenbek Makhmudov, I believe, in... Let's have a look here, Arsenbek Makhmudov. He knocked out Arsenbek Makhmudov in 2 rounds. And so, Demirezen fought that guy. He fought Tony Yoka in the amateurs. He fought Jalalov in the amateurs. He fought Majidov in the amateurs. He fought Satish Kumar in the amateurs, Fraser Clark. So this Herkovich. So this is a guy who's fought at quite a high level in the amateurs. And as a pro, he only lost to FAA Jagba. That's quite a good win for FAA Jagba, to be honest with you. I think he lost to Kevin Johnson, to be honest with you. They gave it to, it got given to Demirezen. But either way, Adam Kownacki came back against this guy who's fought quite a high level. And that's very risky, because what is Adam Kownacki's punch resistance going to be like after suffering 2 losses in the way that he did? What's his confidence like? All these things need to be considered, and I think maybe it's actually quite sensible to come back against a journeyman. Come back against a journeyman and gradually build yourself back up after losing twice to the same guy. Get some confidence back, but they didn't choose to do that, and I wonder why. So Adam Kownacki, the difference between these two in the fight, it was pretty much a phone booth type of fight, where they were both they weren't running from each other. There was no guy really on the back foot, the front foot. They were standing in front of each other and trading punches. And really the difference between these two was pretty simple. Eren Demirezen had better punch selection than Adam Kownacki. You could tell that Eren Demirezen had been boxing for a lot longer than Adam Kownacki. So when they're on the inside, the refinement from Eren Demirezen was much more potent than the technical refinement of Adam Kownacki. So he was able to get his punches off a lot better. He was able to land crisper, and he was throwing his punches much more correctly. Plus, the head movement of Eren Demirezen was much better than the head movement of Adam Kownacki. Adam Kownacki apparently was working on things. He did show a little bit of head movement, but it wasn't at the level of Eren Demirezen. This is the problem. If you're trying to address issues that made you lose twice in a row to the same guy, and you're coming back and fighting at quite a high level, you may not be able to implement your improvements effectively, because if you come back against like a journeyman, you might be able to practice these things. But he wasn't able to practice these things and build confidence in, refinements and improvements, because he was coming up against a competent opponent. So the improvements that Adam Kownacki was trying to show were few and far between. I saw him trying to do some head movement, but he came back against a good opponent. So, you know, you don't always have the time or the chance to show improvements that you're just trying to get used to when you're coming up against a good opponent. So that was really the difference between these two. Ali Eren Demirezen was landing the crisper punches. He had the better punch selection. He was landing the telling punches. Adam Kownacki seemed to be, you know, I wouldn't say gassed, but his punch output definitely decreased throughout the fight. And that's pretty much the story of the fight, to be honest with you. I mean, neither guy was hurt, so Adam Kownacki, at least he knows now that, you know, he came back and he didn't get knocked out. That's a positive to take from it. But Adam Kownacki's limitations have really been shown in this fight, and I don't think he's quite as good as he used to be. I don't think he's miles off from what he used to be. I don't think he's quite as good as he used to be. And that's probably, some of it probably to do with the confidence of confidence decreasing after 2 back-to-back losses. So that's pretty much all I've got for this fight. Where do both guys go from here? Demirezen can, you know, make a title charge, man. Make a attempt to catch a title. I don't think he'll necessarily become a champion, but he's going to be in some entertaining fights. Adam Kownacki, very limited, but he can be involved in some fun fights. But I don't think he's really a guy who is viable with regards to trying to win a world title. I don't think either of them will, but I think Ali Eren Demirezen is a slightly better fighter. So those are my thoughts. What did you make of the fight? Where do you think both guys can go? Should Adam Kownacki retire? Let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I make a new video, and I'll see you on the next video.